I've come to you guys today to talk about one thing that I absolutely despise. That thing is something called the chick flick. Now, I don't despise chick flicks. I despise the phrase chick flicks because I don't understand what about a movie makes it for chicks or something that chicks would like. So I've put together a couple movies that could be considered chick flicks to people that don't really know any better. Here's one of my all-time favorite movies, just in general, Annie Hall with Woody Allen and Diane Keaton. It's one of my favorite movies. I love Woody Allen movies, and it's a romance movie. It's a classic. If you haven't heard of this, then get on it. It's funny, and it's sort of dark in places, and it's sort of real. It's real. I like it. It sort of follows a real storyline of an actual relationship. It feels like an actual relationship. That's why I love it so much. Another one of my favorites is called Before Sunrise. I also have this on my shelf because I am a guy that loves a good romance, but I don't love a good cheesy romance story, and this is definitely not a cheesy one. They just spend the whole day talking about life and love and just all sorts of philosophies, and it's not, you could obviously tell there's slight moments where it's like some tension there, but it's not cheesy. I think the problem with a lot of chick flicks that really turns a lot of people off is because it's so cheesy and just poorly done in most cases, but stuff like this is what I really like. So check out Before Sunrise. Now, this is probably one of the most popular romance movies that might be considered a chick flick by some people, but I think it's just a phenomenal movie in general, and that's When Harry Met Sally. If you haven't watched this movie or heard of it, or you don't know what it's about, I suggest you just take a minute. I'm not sure if it's on Netflix, but you could watch it online somewhere. Buy it. I think this was like $5, and it's Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan in their prime. It's just a classic. I feel like there's no real description needed. If you don't like chick flicks, but you want to try to find something maybe with your significant other that you could like find a middle ground, I think When Harry Met Sally is definitely the way to go. So this one is You've Got Mail with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. It's another one of my favorite romance movies. I like a lot of romance movies, but I don't like the cheesy ones. And I think this sort of plays at cheesy, but it's not cheesy at all. It has Tom Hanks, and he's sort of a big shot. He owns a big book chain store, and she owns a little book shop, a little shop around the corner is what they call it. And it takes place in New York City, and it's one of my favorite cities in the world. I'm sure a lot of people love New York City, but it's charming. It's not cheesy. It's not like you don't want to like throw up watching it. Maybe at some parts, because it does get kind of like all optimistic and frilly, but it's not cheesy.
I promise you it's not cheesy.
But it's on TV all the time, so if you ever see that it's on, check that out. This one is a little more current. It stars Jim Carrey and Zooey Deschanel. Yes Man, I'm sure a lot of you have seen this already, but this is another one of my favorite movies. It's sort of dorky, and it's not really high end of film, but I think if you're trying to find a middle ground for romance and something funny, I think Yes Man's the way to go. And I think this would be a good fit for somebody who's having couples that are having trouble finding a middle ground. So check out Yes Man. Those are my suggestions. If they work out for you, great. If they don't, then I guess you have to keep trying to find something that works for you guys, and I hope you find it, and if you don't, maybe you guys don't belong together. Maybe. Just maybe. That's just my opinion. But, alright. Hope those help. See you guys next time.